Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with laughs, gags, and gossip. Now let's get into the mess. Hey Scandal Squad, welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalist. So tonight we are going to get into two topics. Listen, it's two custody cases, Jeezy and Jeannie Mai and Chrisean and Blueface. And I'm going to say I'm a subject matter expert because I'm in California and I have been sued for custody, okay? And I was a litigation secretary, so I know this situation. I know California law when it comes to custody very intimately, unfortunately, okay? So let's get into the first one because the second one is the one that's really, serious to me. But can somebody just jump in the comments? Hey, Great T News. For those of you that are here, please go subscribe to Great T News. He has a 30-day challenge. I forget what day he's on now, but I finished my 30-day challenge. So I'm on my second challenge, which is a 30-day challenge to do a live video every day for 30 days. So shout out to him. I love him. I love his content. And I love him because he is such an inspiration for a lot of us. So hey, Lulu, thank you for joining. Hey, girl, hey, this is one of my mod mates on Great T News. But anyway, y'all, let's get into this content. So y'all got to bear with me because y'all know I'm a little slow when it comes to getting all this stuff up. But let's see. Let me go here. So first thing we're going to talk about is Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. They are finally divorced, y'all. It was about 9 months, of back and forth. And y'all remember how, I'm going to say Jeannie Mai was really trying to throw Jeezy under the bus. I am pro-woman in most of these cases because it'd be a lot of single mothers out there. But Jeannie Mai really threw a lot of dirt on his name. She knew who this man was when she married him. And she tried to come out with these pow-pows and show weapons and stuff. And just looking at it from a perspective of a person who's been through this, let me tell you one thing about the courts. Well, I just know California courts. When you start bringing up your spouse's, stuff like that, they're really going to look at you and say, ma'am, did you not know half of this stuff when you marry him? Like, don't start crying wolf after the fact, and especially because right before he filed right before all the divorce news hit the media, she was saying how much she loved him. Now all of a sudden he's this mean and you showing bruises, which he countered and said that they were in a golf cart accident. So and I'm not against Jeannie Mai. Don't get me wrong, because like I said, I'm pro mother and all that stuff. And where I was really upset with Jeezy is because at one point he was trying to file for full custody. And I'm like, come on now, you can't take this baby from this mother. But anyway, it says Jeezy and Jeannie Mai finalized divorce 9 months after rapper filed case placed under seal. Now, some people are saying it was placed under seal because Jeannie Mai got everything she wanted. I disagree with that. In California is a very liberal, it's 50-50. Trust me, they don't favor mothers, not like they do in what I hear southern states and other places, even for newborns. Even if a kid is breastfeeding and the parents can't get along, they might give the mother just a little bit more time because she can say that she needs to the breastfeeding and stuff like that. But for California, they generally try to default to the 50-50. And even if the mother is the primary custodial parent, the father is going to get very hefty visitation and, joint legal custody, meaning he can make decisions about the child. So when people are saying she got everything she wanted, I don't think so. Both of these people are millionaires. I don't know what the earning potential is, but I do know in California, they're going to look at who makes the most money. It goes against who has the most parenting time and stuff like that. But I don't know how old their baby is. But honestly, because they were married and it sounds like Jeezy was very much a part of that kid's life, I can't see them not really giving him, a nice amount of custody or some really good visitation. And I say that because if the baby is so young and he's been a part of the baby's life, she has no reason not to allow him to be around the baby in the eyes of the court. So I feel like he's going to do very good in terms of having his visitation or custody or however they split custody. I don't think Jeannie Mai wants 50-50. I'm sure she wants to be the custodial parent, but I do feel like Jeezy is going to do very well. Now, when people are saying, well, he had pals and stuff like that, here's the thing. If there's a question, trust me, California, they got Crips that got kids. They don't deny you the ability to see your child unless something is really, really wrong with you. And it's crazy to me how people be thinking, oh, well, he's this and that. You had a baby with the man. And unless he's physically harming you and that kid is in danger, they gonna get a parent, the father, visitation. They're not going to keep this kid from not being in that baby's life. They want that child to have a father. As much as my custody situation was crazy, but as much as I didn't like him, I love my daughter enough that I wanted her the daddy to be around. I couldn't stand him by the time we got to where we were. But who would deny their child their father? So I feel like a lot of people be like, oh, he's this, he's that. No. You could be a gang member. You can be almost dang near an axe unaliver. And you might still get a supervised visitation, but that's your child. And that's just how California is. Black Pro says, I heard that Jeezy has other kids and never took care of them. So why would a judge give him full custody of the little one now, and he hasn't even took care of his kids previously? Black Pro, I feel what you're saying, and I don't think that the judge would give him sole custody. I don't think the judge would give him primary custody, but he will get visitation. I would just be very shocked to think that the judge would deny him in California. Like I said, I don't know other places, and I realize what you're saying about he never took care of his other kids, but you also have to understand the law. If his other kids aren't subject to the case at hand, the judge don't give a damn about that. So the other mothers or that has nothing to do with these proceedings, right? So people, when you look at the law, it kind of just doesn't work that way. I get what you're saying. Trust me, I feel you like, well, hell, you didn't do this, so why would you get that? But it really doesn't work that way. What they're going to look at is the relationship he has with this child. He was married to Jeannie Mai. If they were living together, you cannot just rip that child away from either parent. You have to look at what's in the best interest for that child. He might have 10 other kids, but then the other mothers have to go before the judge and appeal. They have to make their cases. So, yeah, Lulu, I see what she's saying. I hear exactly what she's saying, but it doesn't work that way. The judge is going to look at the facts of the case that's before him. Facts, yes. Let's see. But anyway, so let me kind of I'm just going to skim over what they said. I'm not going to get too deep into it because for the most part, it's saying they finalized after the rapper filed. Fulton County Court placed the former couple's case under seal to keep the settlement details private. Now, Fulton County, that's like LA County. And I feel like in custody cases and stuff, most times the case is not under seal, but because they're so high profile, there may be things that could impact their job. Some people are saying that Jeezy probably wants it sealed because he's embarrassed and he don't want people to know. I don't think that's the case. Of course, he probably doesn't want people to know his business, but I think it has more to do. And he would have to make a good argument because the judge don't give a damn about you being embarrassed, right? But when it comes to financials and them being celebrities and then, them being able to make the claim that this could impact other businesses, brand deals, whatever. I'm sure they can make the case for anything, but those are generally reasons why, they would seal it just because they're high profile and people will want to know their business. Like it could be property, maybe locations and stuff in their filings, and they just don't want the public to know. Taxes, all sorts of things like that. So I didn't necessarily see it as Jeezy taking an L, like he was embarrassed and that's why they sealed it, because the judge is going to you're going to have to make a case, because they don't just normally seal cases. So you would have to make an argument to have the court seal it. So it just goes on to say Jeezy and Jeannie Mai are officially divorced. Per documents obtained by people, the Superior Court of Fulton County in this is Georgia, has dissolved the marriage of the former Real Host 45. I thought so when I read Fulton County, because we have one okay, so y'all, I got that all screwed up. My bad. But it is saying settlement private, including child support, custody, spousal support, and property splits. The parents of the 2-year-old daughter, Monaco, have agreed to file their divorce under seal. So again, filing under seal probably will be the same even in Fulton County. And in terms of their financials, that may be different because it's in Georgia. So I don't know how they split the finances in Georgia. And now that I'm reading this, because I didn't read it, before I jumped on here, because I saw Fulton, I was like, okay, there's a Fulton in LA. But so now this puts a whole nother spin on it for me, because she might have I still don't think that she's going to get sole custody. I know Jeezy's not getting sole custody, but maybe his visitation may be very, very limited, because I don't know how the courts work out there. Let me look in the chat and see if anybody know. Celebrity Scandalous, if I can call you that when responding. Girl, call me. Girl, yes, that's fine, because it's a long name, right? But anybody know Georgia? Anybody have a custody case in Georgia? Because I really don't know. I don't know. Now that I see it's Fulton, Georgia, it's like, oh, well, damn. That changes a lot. I don't know, because California is very even and very liberal. They don't favor the mothers over the fathers, but I've heard some things about, Georgia, and that it's kind of unfair towards men. So I don't know. News of the former couple's finalized divorce comes 9 months after Jeezy filed in September following 2.5 years of marriage. According to his filing, previously obtained by people, the two are living in a bona fide state of separation. Okay. Now, I know in California, if you're living in a state of separation, then whoever has the child at that time would have more of the custody time. So all of this makes a difference. So a month after the news broke, Jeezy released a statement addressing his divorce from Mai that read, "The decision to end this chapter in my life was not made impulsively and comes with a heavy heart." And so, they go on. We've heard this before. We've regurgitated this a billion times. Jeannie came out and tried to, a week prior, Mai had also broke her silence on the divorce filings with an Instagram post that featured the words, "Sometimes you need to take a break and disconnect to heal," written in a notebook. And so we know she came out later to try to show that there was some abuse. She alleged that he was, had some abuse, and she also said that he was unfaithful and all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, it looks like they've reached an agreement. I don't know about so we know that there's a custody arrangement. We don't know if there is if there was a spousal support. I don't know about that. It doesn't really go into it because the terms of the divorce are sealed. So, we don't know. So people out there just making statements, "Oh, Jeezy lost." We don't know that they lost. All we know is that they came to some agreement. And most times in California, I'm going to say, the courts try to be fair. So hopefully they will do whatever's best for baby Monaco. That's all I could say, Let's just hope that it works out for the family, because nobody likes to see families in distress. And as Lulu said, thank you, Lulu. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. Okay, y'all, let's get into what I want to talk about. I got to get a coffee real quick. So we're going to start off with this whole thing about Chrisean. Now, y'all know I work all day, so I ain't got time to be on this internet looking up every little thing. So by the time I get home, I be scrambling to try to get my little stuff together. So what we know, because I told you guys I looked up the LAPD and I had noted, and I'd seen that, Chrisean, her counts that there was no bail, and there was one, the $20,000 bail, which I'm assuming that was for Los Angeles. But it sounds like she's going to be extradited. So let me share this tab, and I am on the girl Henny's channel, and I watch her channel. Shout out to her, you guys. Please go and subscribe. She stays on top of Chrisean. She's a fan. She is a Chrisean supporter. So y'all, some of y'all don't like that. I mean, I'm like, I don't give a damn, just as long as it's not my child. But so this is what she said. So she was doing a little research, and she found movement surrounding the case, right? So apparently Chrisean has been housed at this point. I guess she was booked, processed, and then put in whatever cell block, whatever they do. I don't know. But she also went to Oklahoma's database, and she saw that it looks like Oklahoma and LA County are communicating. And so the way she described it was that that's showing that there's probably going to be some extradition. So let's listen to this.
If we come back to this Oklahoma website, if you remember, Aaron is the district attorney in Oklahoma. There has been movement on this case today at 9:55 a.m. their time, which would be 8:55 California time. Now, according to this right here, she was assigned at 8:11 a.m. to the CSD. Okay.
Can you guys hear it? Let me know if you can hear it, because I think yesterday I was playing something and somebody said, we can't even hear you. So I'm going to start it back, but just put a 1 if you can hear it.
Now with the DA is in there in the morning this morning. And then you also have the arresting agency has been in the file at the same time as the DA this morning as well. I really do not want to see her be transferred out. This is a lot, guys, y'all got to send prayers to the family.
Thanks, Lulu, for reminding me. Yes, fair use. And again, her channel is the girl Henny, fair use. I'm just going to use a little bit of this, but I really just want you guys to know that, because she's been looking it up. It looks like Chrisean's going to go to Oklahoma. Now, how long she going to have to stay there, I don't know.
Y'all got to send prayers for Junior. Y'all got to send prayers, because this has to be overwhelming for them at this point in time. And it did take me a minute to come live to even give this information, because I really didn't want to be on here giving this information out. But there was an update. People are concerned or want to know, or just nosy, whatever. I'm talking to the ones that are just concerned right now, that want to know what's going on, that do come to me to find out what is happening. There has been a lot of you that have been asking me continuously, what is going on? How is this happening? Has there been any movement? She should have had court. It seems like she had a preliminary hearing. Okay. Valerie said, what did she do, Henny? I'm confused. This is the Oklahoma warrant, Valerie. That's what it seems like. But if she's transferred, she won't be booked long, right? At most 30 days and possible no time served. Just got to go to Oklahoma. I honestly don't know, Austin. I'm hoping that because they were trying to give her that 30 days before, that maybe she does 30 days. I don't know what the outcome of all of this is going to be. I just know that, this is a sad situation. There's no celebratory moment. So anybody that's like, come on, bro, there's a whole baby involved here. And, the baby is.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there, because I think what we have established basically is that Chrisean going to be sent to Oklahoma. That's what it sounds like, because from what Henny is saying, they are updating her records in Oklahoma, and they're, putting in information in there and talking about transporting and stuff like that. So it looks like she's going to be going. Now, I'm assuming, because I really don't know this part of the legal aspect, but if she goes there, that $20,000 bail, which in California is only 10% that they have to pay. Like, will she have to pay the bail and then go and then come back for some more charge? Like, I don't even understand how all of this works. But what I do see, hey, God bless is 23. What I do see is that she's gonna be sent there, and it sounded like from what she was saying that they are preparing to do it like soon, I guess within 5 days or something like that. So that leads to the next issue that's really sad. Like, I know people are saying pray for Junior. Oh, before we get to that, what I want to say is I was listening to her talk about it, and she was very sympathetic to Chrisean, and I understand that. Again, and I say this often, my daughter is the same age as Chrisean. Actually, Chrisean's probably a few months older than my daughter. My daughter is not even 24 yet. She will be 24 next month. But I'm empathetic to Chrisean, but I feel like a lot of it is self-imposed. She brought a lot of this on herself. There's a lot of people who have tried to help her, and she just kind of thumbed her nose at them. And so I feel like, as much as I really like Chrisean and she's a celebrity to a lot of people, she's not above the law. And there are a lot of young mothers, and there are just a lot of people, mothers in general, in the judicial system because of the choices that they made. So I don't feel like Chrisean should get a special pass. So this is not me hating on her, but just because she is Chrisean Rock, I don't feel like she should get a special, woe is Chrisean. No, I don't feel that way, because I'm gonna tell you what, I give tough love in my house. You go around, you uck around and find out. That's how I raised my daughter. Don't come give me no stupid, you do stupid ish, you get stupid prizes. So I'm not sitting here saying, whoa, it's Chrisean. No, it's like, I really, really feel sorry about, Oklahoma is coming though. No question. Yeah. From what they're saying is that, Oklahoma's already updating the database with the details. She's there to, with the inmate number and tracking and everything. If they're updating documents, that means she's incarcerated. They got her. They gonna get her. She has a warrant there too. Those things don't just go away. And it's unfortunate that for some reason somebody didn't really register with her. I did hear WAC 100 saying he has told her several times, girl, lay low. You better lay low. And she's like, you just don't want him to know that I support him and all that. And look what happened. But you can only run for so long, And like people were saying, daughter 21, I know people say I sound young, child, but no, I wish I was. I do show stuff, tough love too with tough love. I'm not like this. We were talking about something else, you guys, when they said about if a man hitting somebody, and I always taught my daughter, if you hit somebody, he might knock your motherfucking block off. Keep your hands to yourself. That's just a rule in my house. Don't ever put your hands on her. But I taught her the same thing. You have no business. I don't give a damn how mad you get unless somebody really is violating you. People's words can't make you do that. Get up and leave. You don't have no reason to be fighting. You're too pretty to fight anyway. It's just certain things that we have to instill in our daughters as well as our sons. But, I'm getting off topic, y'all. I will be on my soapbox talking ish. Oklahoma is an accelerated world. Oh, okay, Karen, what does that mean? I don't know anything about Oklahoma. I don't know nothing about no accelerated warrant, but I thought, because I know I've heard other states where they get like 30 days to get you, or they get 15 days to get you. I know it's a felony. I know it said it was a felony arrest. So does that make a difference? Or always count 19? Are you saying always count to 19? Or, chill out before you make a fool of yourself or something? Is that what you're saying, Lulu? Yeah, I don't know what a accelerated warrant is, but whatever it is, y'all, she probably being transported. And it sounds like, I saw on another site too that they said the family is trying to come up with money for her. I'm like, this girl been talking about she buying an island. Junior got a silver, bronze, diamond studded pacifier. What do you mean you don't have no money? This girl be rocking jewelry. Y'all, is money is an issue? like I'm dumbfounded. All of these people around you, you in Blueface's house, y'all living large, you this, that, and the other, and the $20,000 bail here is only about $2,000. And I mean, for a person that y'all keep saying is rich, the Chrisean fans be talking about Chrisean is rich, she wealthy, 20,000. Now that would be a lot for me, but I mean, not for Chrisean. I wouldn't think the way they be flossing. Leave or always count to 10 before you react. Exactly. That's it. And it's not that it's easy to cuss people out or act a fool, but once you start putting your hands on people, this is exactly why Chrisean is in the position that she's in. You have to make better choices. You have to stop and think about, don't ever I always taught my daughter, never let somebody get you off your square. And I'm going to say, in my life, I have made decisions that I have shot my own self in the foot. Not like this, making me end up in court, but I mean in jail or anything like that. But sometimes you do things because of your anger, your temper. You end up suffering because you're gonna be the one to live with your consequences. Everything you do is gonna have some consequences. So I mean, I try to tell her that only serving the original sentence is acceptable. So wait. So you're saying that? So, okay, her California, Karen, forgive me for sounding ignorant because I don't know this part. I was a litigation secretary, so I understand court filings and stuff like that, but I don't understand the process of once you get incarcerated. So what happens are you saying that original sentence takes precedence over like the California where she got into the altercation with James Wright? So are you saying that it goes back to whatever you did previously takes the top of that, becomes the top time you serve, and then on down to the most recent? Because that's how I'm taking it. But also, you guys, let me tell you this. Shout out to Nick Ignite. Last night, I'll be waking up in the middle of the night because I'll be having to get up. I just happened to, listen to Nick Ignite say that two or 3 days previously, Chrisean was in an altercation at the house. Well, okay, let me walk that back a little bit. It didn't say Autumn's mom. Hey, Autumn's mom, I remember you. I just came across this channel and you sound so familiar. Yes, I did. I used to be Laugh, Gags, and Gossip. But I changed my name because my channel was demonetized for about a year. So I had to start all over again. So I'm back. Same person, just a different channel name. So Nick at Night was talking about 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, there was an altercation at Blueface's house, and they said it was a woman in an altercation, and there was a woman outside in a car. So just within this week, right before the arrest, it sounds like she was still in some mess. You know what I'm saying? So not only are you calling the police, they come into your house, you're in an altercation, and you gonna have the nerves to walk back up in the court as if with a warrant, like they're not gonna do something. And you out here talking about the judge online. Come on now, Chrisean, please, seriously. So Karen says, I believe it was 3/4 years, 2026 or 2020. Oh, she didn't serve her community service. So that original sentence goes down next after LA sentencing for this felony weapon charge on deck today with a pow. Oh, Lord. Well, now listen. When you talk about she's going to have some good attorneys, though, because so when you talk about the community service portion, remember, Cardi B did not serve her community service, and she still got it reduced, and she didn't have to do any time because they were trying to say that she was going to have to do time because she didn't do her community service. So are you sure that she can't, plead that down a little bit? And Karen, I sure wish I could. I got to learn how to drop this link because I would love for you to come up here and explain this. Maybe by tomorrow, I'll figure this out. I've done it before, but I haven't done it lately. But I would like I wish somebody could explain it because, this is good information. So I believe it was 3 to 4 years, 2026 or 2027. she didn't serve her community service. So that original sentence goes down next after LA sentencing for this felony. Wow. So you're saying that she's probably going to have to do the full 3 years. That's what I'm getting from this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it's sounding like. Yeah, she totally felt like she was above the law. She remember when she went into the courthouse. Remember when she did her live and she came out saying, "Oh, you know they let Blueface hold him." Like I said, what course do they let you even have contact with the inmates? I don't want to say prisoners because I don't know if you're not in prison, if you just in jail, you an inmate. They don't let you have no contact, like, because you could be passing something. I didn't even know they let kids in the courtroom, but she was saying all this stuff like she felt special, like the judge was, like she was somebody. And I really feel like it got back to the judge, and the judge didn't like that because judges have to be impartial. They don't want anybody to be able to come back and say that she gave any favoritism to Chrisean, which had some bearing on Blueface's case, because Donat, the guy who was there in the court and who was capturing some of the shenanigans between Carlissa and Papa Blue, he said that the judge said, "I don't know Chrisean. I'm not a fan of Chrisean." For her to even say, "I'm not a fan," means I don't like you. Judges are very rude, and you know what I mean? For her to even take the time is letting us know that I'm with you and I know about you, but you have no bearing on this case. It's like she was clearing her name. Chrisean be talking too much. Two women altercation. Okay. Oh, Karen, girl. Okay, you are talking right up the two women altercation. Her and Marsh, her and Papa's. That's what I was thinking. I said the same thing. I said it's either her and Marsh or her and Papa Blue, Papa Bear's girlfriend. That's exactly what I thought. Who else would be sitting in the car? Because remember, we just saw the video of him with that young girl. She was kind of young. Oh, wait. I gotta take a note on this. Karen, wait. What about the fact I did a video? I used to do Chrisean and Blueface stuff maybe 2 years ago, then I stopped. What about the fact that Chrisean, I had said this about a year ago. Have y'all noticed how Chrisean used to be up around him in them little halter tops in her panties? So I feel like, and they've been saying that Chrisean and Papa Blue, I'll be forgetting what this man's name is, but Blue Daddy, that they had got into it too. Like that some people who watch them all the time and watch their lives could tell that it was some energy between them. I would not be surprised if that girl done had something or they done got a little full. She walking around had a hit. He was, the way they walked up into that court. Did y'all see them walking together when she was pushing the stroller? Blueface's dad has a little pimp walk to it. He kind of had that little stroll like he's young. We just saw him with that girl doing the worm or whatever he was doing. He still thinks he's young. I don't care who you are. You don't put no man with no younger. She's pretty. She is Chrisean Rock. They living in this house. They got this, all the drinks and the herbal lessons. Come on now. You guys don't think something happened? I'm just thinking on one night when everybody got a little faded, having a little good time, your vision gets a little blurred. And I hate to even say this, but we do know that Chrisean's family has a history, allegedly, where they will cross lines and boundaries. And Papa Blue looked like he's still like he's in his young heyday. He's still trying to have fun, so Karen, I'm just going to say, I thought the same thing. Now, with her and Marsh, it could be because, that sound like they get into it all the time. And another thing, I don't understand what's wrong with Marsh because I don't give a damn who you are. I'm not running behind no. I don't care if you're a celebrity. She doesn't treat Marsh very well to me. Marsh is when he got that baby. She's trying to have her back, and I shout her out for that. And she's being a good friend. But what we see on Zeus and how Chrisean treats Marsh, you can't do that to me. Because remember when Blueface and it was Chrisean and Jaden and they had teamed up against Blueface and they was talking about how she took the car. You know how that whole little I can't keep all that mess in my mind. But you know how they was together and her and Blue had got into it. And 1 second, y'all. Blue was coming or something was happening and Blue was on his way. And she told Marsh, you got to go. I think she put her out the car or something. After Marsh had been with her ride or die. And do you know she left her there to go run off with Blue? You don't do your friends like that. Blueface ain't claimed this baby. How the hell do you do your friends like that? That's when I said Marsh has a problem. Because it's not too many times you could do me like that. But okay, let me go to the comments because I think I'm getting behind. I'd be surprised if she's in Los Angeles. Yeah, because the way the woman, when she was reading it, Henny Girl, reading it, it sounds like she was saying that that they were already, getting ready to transport her, which I thought was pretty fast because if they have 5 days, like, do they, and that's another thing, do they take you by plane, train, balloon? Like, how, like, you know what I'm saying? Or do you have to wait? Like, is there like a caravan of people? Because, I mean, is it that serious where they would just make arrangements to get one inmate from here? But I guess so, because this is somewhat of a high profile case. Adam's mom says, wow, I'm so happy you're back. Thank you. And you found me. Let me subscribe. Could you please? I love it. I need the subscriptions. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm on day 2 of my 30-day challenge, which was inspired by Grape Tea News, and I'm a mod on his channel. Lulu's World says Rock felt she was above the law. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm a little bit behind. She didn't have a pow. Okay. She's in Los Angeles. It was her rings. Wait, what you mean her rings? What happened with her rings? Tell me if you could tell us a little bit more. Hey, Jen Lee. Yeah, tell us about the rings. Yes, she will. Okay. Yes, full. Oh, okay. So Karen is saying that she's going to have to serve her full sentence. Well, Karen, if she has a decent, because they don't, I did see somewhere that she right now does not necessarily have an attorney. Chrisean be talking about she talked to her people. Who are your people? But even if she has a public defender, they're gonna try to plead it down a little bit. I know they, but I do remember I did see a clip, okay, and this has been maybe over a year and a half ago, where the judge was saying something that she would have to serve the full time if there were any more shenanigans or something. I remember something like that, or I read it. But if she gets that full time, okay, y'all, let me make a note because that's really what we want to talk. Blueface and being the daddy. Who's the pappy? She sold her own self too much. She's told on her own self too much. She talked exactly. She up here talking about the judge like they homies and stuff. Oh, the judge let him rub the baby. You can get these people in trouble. There are policies in place. And now even if she did allow something, because they're human, they're going to let us slip away. You up here running your mouth, making this woman look bad. She checked you. Yeah, the next time you come to court, because you have a warrant, you're going to sit down. We're going to keep you. As a matter of fact, you're going to be a permanent guest. How about that? At one video, she wait a minute. Okay, Lulu, I gotta cough because you're gonna make me not catch my breath. Hold on. You said at one video she was allegedly naked. Come on now. With the daddy? Oh, you know what? I did hear that. I did hear somebody, that was some months ago, right? They were talking about it and they said she was up around, and I think he was in the room or something, and they caught a glimpse. That's just all inappropriate. You don't be around. Who does that? First of all, in my opinion, now y'all, I might be a little old school. What young man would allow his dad to live with his baby mama? Like, all of it just seems weird. The daddy had his own place. Why would they need to move there together? Chrisean claims she has her own home. What is going on, y'all? What? Why? Lulu says in. Okay. Chrisean treats everyone bad, including her own mama. Do you hear how she? Oh, I saw on Zeus, and it was so sad. Okay, so I heard the situation where I think it was China talking about the fact that Chrisean did not want her mother to kiss Junior, and I understand that. Now y'all might think I'm wrong, but I get it. My mother, she was a nurse, so she never kissed my daughter on the lips, on the face. She always would kiss the top of her head because she babies are so susceptible to germs and stuff. Just in our family, we would just always kiss, not on the face, right? Just around the head and stuff, the hands. And that was just because of her medical history. That's just, but China said that it hurt her mom when she said, don't kiss him. Now, if your mom is a kid or do drugs and stuff, I could understand because I think her mom got those veneers or something. I'm not, it doesn't even matter. But I could understand if your mom be on the street and doing all kind of things, you kind of worry about your child. But to me, my mother, if my mother wanted to show my baby some affection, y'all, I would probably have to grin and bear it. But I could never tell my parent, don't kiss my baby. I mean, it would have to be extreme circumstances. That was so heartless to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was like, is there a nice way you could have said it, a way that you didn't hurt your mom? And I know she ain't been the best mother, but again, you do bring your own karma. And when they said that she did her mother like that, I was like, damn, that's harsh. My heart went out to her mother. I mean, I know her mom got some issues, but that was kind of mean. And I also remember on Zeus, do you guys remember when she was pregnant? When they was talking about the custody of the baby, or they was leaving the place. I think they had taken the DNA. I forget what they were doing, but they were leaving the facility, and Chrisean, I think, was saying that she wanted to have unalive the baby. I forget exactly all the conversations because they be doing a lot. And her mother wanted to talk to Blueface about something, and Chrisean was pulling. I swear, I have never snatched my mother. She probably would have snatched the L out of me. She snatched away from her mother and was pulling her mother, trying to get her mother not to talk. And I was like, this girl is she is out of control. Like, even if your mother, I know all of us have parents that be saying stuff in high school or whatever, and they might make sense, mom, oof, you get mad, but you respect your parents. I mean, it's just only so far you gonna go. And to pull, I ain't never pulled on my mama. I ain't never, ever, ever. It's just certain things that I know, even at my age, grown, I'm not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked. I was like, damn, look how she handling her mother. That was shocking. Okay, y'all, I done talked about that. Let me see. Just so you guys know, this StreamYard is get a little sticky. I'd be surprised if Oklahoma lets LA free. Oh, really? But if she got the $20,000 bail, okay, I bet if Oklahoma doesn't do hold ASAP, Google Oklahoma case search, think it's Craig Cute. Okay, earlier charged her for extradition. If Oklahoma doesn't do hold ASAP, Google Oklahoma case search. I did do the Oklahoma search, and I found her in the database. So I'm a little confused, like what you're saying. Okay, earlier charged her for extradition. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying there, but okay. God bless the Sending Graves. Hey, so I see Grape Gang is in the building. Thank you guys for coming. Karen is saying Craig County, if they have to come and get her, oh yeah. I did hear people say that if they have to come and get you, that it's a lot. It's about money, and you will be charged. So I don't know why they're saying that her family is trying to raise funds, because Chrisean should have some money. I thought this woman that set up here and say she paying $15,000 every 2 months for Blueface. You ain't set yourself up. I mean, like, but then again, I guess who has access to her money? Like, I don't know. You're right. I'm high. My bad. It was rings considered as. Oh yeah. I know she had the ring. Was saying James Wright shouldn't be making a big deal about it. You let somebody bust you in your nose and even chip your tooth and see what They lucky he didn't knock the ish out of her. You know what I'm saying? He has every right to file charges against her, whatever. She shouldn't have never touched him. And it was crazy to me that people were like, oh, she didn't do it. You done seen this woman jump on damn near everybody, all up and down Zeus, and you think she wasn't capable? That's not her history? A woman with 3 or 4 warrants? I'm like, come on now. Okay, Lotus Baby says she has to do that probation violation. They may reduce, yeah, I'm thinking that they're going to reduce it. They may reduce the charges, but she has to do that time. I believe, Lotus Baby, now listen, I'm impartial. I have no dog in the fight, but damn, 4 years? Like, come on now. I would be shocked. I mean, because in California, a lot of times, you get time, but you get a reduced sentence. If they give you 4, you're going to do 2. But y'all saying 4 years? I really want to know what she did. What are the charges that would make her, I mean, even if she had a warrant, even if she didn't do her community service, what would cause a 4-year people, unalive people, and get less time than that? Seriously, come on now. Seriously? And I think that she deserves, she needs to sit down for a minute to just think and recalibrate. But 4 years is a lot of time in that baby. Y'all, we got to talk about the baby. Okay, Jeannie, thank you. My mistake. No, hey, you don't have to, it's all good. We all sitting up here chopping stuff up, and it's all good. No worries, no worries. Yes, she was at Lulu. But Chrisean always be kissing him in his. Wait a minute, Lulu, wait a minute. Not only do she be kissing him in the mouth, she be sucking on that pacifier. Now, any of you guys that are mothers, you know when you give your babies pacifier, we don't put our babies pacifiers in our mouths. You don't do that. She don't be wiping it. Well, I mean, I don't know if she wipe it off and give it back. But how many of us be sucking it, give it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people do. But for the most part, we try to keep it as clean as possible when they, especially little, because you just don't want them to be getting sick. Yeah, I don't want to get off topic, but let me say something else. There was a blogger that was on, I think she was with Donat that day, and she did say that, maybe it was Capping for Likes. She did say that she saw baby Jr., and that unfortunately he, based on what she could see, he might have some challenges, some disabilities. So she didn't really go into a huge detail, but she did say for his size. And then some other people noted that for him to be like almost 9 months or 10 months or whatever, like his fist or his hand coordination seemed to be a little off. So let's just pray that that he's getting the care, or hopefully soon he will be getting the care that he requires. If he does, that was kind of sad for me, just to hear that the stuff that we thought and that we talked about, that it is actually a possibility. I was hoping that just let everything be good for this baby, because he already at a deficit. Just don't let it be bad, but sounds like maybe it is. Lulu says she cannot get bail. Well, on that paper, there's 1 bail and 1 no. So, damn, this is real. You know how the kids say shit just got real. It just got real. This is crazy. Intent to sell. Okay. But even that's a lot of time. That's still a lot of time, don't you guys think? I mean, I don't know. I guess, different jurisdictions, I guess, is different, but that's a lot of time. Yep, at Lotus, having the substance. Wow. I mean, I know she was doing some crazy stuff because she was on the road and, running Blueface and all this stuff, but dang, that's crazy. But okay, y'all. So people are going on here talking about CPS getting involved and who's going to get custody of the baby. And if Blueface gets out first, that he'll get the baby. Okay, let's look at this. So if Chrisean gets locked, first of all, let's see. Let me share this. People are saying stuff about Blueface. they were talking about Blueface. He can get the baby, and as soon as he gets out and everything. Here's the problem: Blueface has no legal rights to this baby at this point. I mean, unless he's on the birth certificate, and so, per the information we're hearing online, he was not on the birth certificate. If he did not sign the birth certificate, then he is not considered the father. So I don't understand how Chrisean fans are saying, oh, as soon as he gets out, Carlissa could get the baby. Nobody in Blueface's family has any legal right to that baby, right? So if CPS or somebody gets involved, that custody of that baby could go to whomever the courts deem. Let's see what Lulu is saying. I think her probation officer said after all the probation violations, she wants her to do out the. That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, 2027. That's a long time. That's crazy. But she has the baby now. I think initially when it happened, she didn't have Junior. So they're probably going to take that into consideration, I would think. She would have been shown love if she would have not. When they look for you, it's over. That's true too. Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, that's what they say. Like, just the fact, and she didn't just run once. She's had multiple warrants. So you're right. And she was online talking about, I'm a mother now. I don't feel like I want to take care of my son. Well, that doesn't make no sense. Don't nobody want to be in jail. But so people are talking about Blueface. If he gets out first, that he can get the baby. And they were saying that, oh, well, even if he doesn't get out, Carlissa can go get the baby. Carlissa, legally, nobody has any claim to that baby but Chrisean. So I was looking up, like, because y'all know I said I went through my paternity stuff and custody stuff in California. So I already know about that part of it. It says a birth certificate does not establish legal parentage when parents are unmarried. So that's number one. Blueface and Chrisean weren't married. So by default, just because she says he's the dad and because they say there's a DNA, even if there is DNA, it would still have to be presented to the court. Only signing a voluntary declaration of parentage or obtaining a judgment in court legally establishes parentage for the children of unmarried parents. From what we were told and what we remember hearing, he never signed nothing, right? So who's entitled to the baby? So my first thought is that even if Blueface gets out of jail, when he gets out, even if he gets out before her, come on, y'all. Let's see, are we all on the same page? I know I got some mothers in here. Do y'all think that he gonna try to get custody of that baby? He got his own legal issues. Even if he gets out anytime soon in California, because they say he got the stuff in Las Vegas. When I was looking online, I saw a couple other things that he was involved in. I'm not sure if they were warrants or what the issues were, but it looked like he got a list of stuff that he's been involved in. Do we really think Blueface is going to pay the money? Let me tell you, when I went through my custody case it started in 2008 and ended in probably 2014, something like that. Well, 12, 13, when my daughter was older. When you get an attorney, your retainer fee is what, $1,500 to $3,000, and that was back in the day. Do you think this? And then it's what, $250 to $300 an hour. Do you really think that Blueface is going to spend that kind of money when she's paying his bills? Do you think he's going to do all of that to be a father? I don't think so. Wasn't Junior born in Maryland, not California? He was born in Maryland, Baltimore. Yes, he was, but they reside in California. So the parenting could be established wherever the parents are. So they're here now. Blueface didn't sign that birth certificate. So that's the problem. He's even where the baby was born, that could be an issue, but he could file for parentage here and if she was agreeable, but she's locked up at this point. So neither one of them can, both agree on it. So he would have to go through the steps of filing documents, getting a blood test. Well, the courts would order blood tests. Yeah, he was born in Maryland. Thanks for reminding me of that. Okay, initially gave her leniency due to pregnancy, but she failed to do community service and didn't show up. Oklahoma is a red state and it's by yeah, they don't, I mean, and that's true. They ain't gonna show her no love. And I think also not just because, like you said, it's a red state, not even just because of that, but her arrogance. I mean, she's been just kind of thumbing her nose at the law. So I just think her arrogance, that's they know she's been online talking about it. They watch social media. I don't know why people think that these judges and they clerks and the bailiffs and the secretaries and all the people around the court clerks, they all have social media. They know. Autumn's mom says, I don't believe Blueface wants a responsibility for Autumn's mom. Hello, Autumn's mom. I'm 1000% with you. He wasn't claiming the baby when he was out. I mean, he did a little bit superficially, like every now and then, hold it, did a photo op, stuff like that. But he really wasn't even, has said he never even bought the baby no Pampers. So why would anybody, and this is crazy to me, this is why some of the people who are her fans are unrealistic. If this man was not even doing the negligible things, like just the least amount of responsibility as a father when the mom was here, what the hell makes them think that he want to step up now? Look at what his dad did. His dad came to court with Chrisean, and he wouldn't even secure the baby well enough to, I'm not taking the baby. I'm not this. I mean, we heard a lot of, back and forth about what happened with the baby's diaper being changed and stuff like that. And my thing about her dad was, you walked up into court with that baby. You've been professing and proclaiming to be Grandpa Blue living in that man's house. But now when the baby needs you, as if a puppy, a dog, my dog, a pet, and you're going to sit up there and act like you can't be responsible. We don't even do our animals that way. They said he got up and left the child. Like, if you came there with her, you are supposed to be from A to Z to make sure that baby is handled with care. You thus become the protector. You are the proxy parent. What the hell is wrong with you? That's what you would do for anything, a damn bird, if it fell in your backyard. I mean, I didn't understand that. I was like, what? So Autumn's mom, I agree with you. He don't want to be a dad. Like, Jaden is, she takes care of her kids, so it's good. He pops in and pops out, but he don't want that responsibility. Not only don't want the responsibility, but he would have to go to court to establish it. That's a headache. You got to really want your child and to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of energy. Believe me, I've been there. I know. He can't get Junior without, exactly. Thank you, Lulu. That's what I'm saying. If I didn't say it, that's what I'm saying. His name is not on Junior's birth certificate. He is not legally entitled. So everybody throwing Carlissa and Papa Blue talking about they need to go get that baby. Legally, they don't have no rights. Now, what I said yesterday, and I think this is, I mean, if I'm thinking a strategy, is Carlissa can claim grandparent rights, but then she would have to establish that she is legally a grandparent, and then maybe do a DNA test, a blood test rather, not DNA, do a blood test, whatever they do, and maybe that she could file, documents. But Carlissa is filming her show. She's not trying to do that either. I think this baby is for clout. This baby creates a lot of, airtime and visibility, clicks and stuff like that. But nobody wants the responsibility. Seriously. Carlissa, and she's good at being a grandparent, but a full-time. And if this baby has special needs, come on now. Do you guys really think she wants to do that? Nope. Thank you, Lulu. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's why the judge said, I'm not a Chrisean fan. She lied and bragged on the judge treating her special. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That judge does not want nobody thinking that she was starstruck. These judges, and I don't know what the judge's ethnicity is. Not that that makes a difference, but I mean, it's like, who the hell are you? Don't come up in my court because judges. I mean, they're just a level of, they're judges. They're supposed to be impartial, and they think I worked with attorneys, so I haven't met many judges. But if they anything like attorneys, because attorneys do thus become judges, a lot of them can be a-holes and arrogant, okay, and demanding and very difficult. So for her to go around there saying this with the judge, I don't think the judge, they're very difficult people. I mean, the judge probably didn't think that was cute. Lulu, let's see, 100% Karen. Yeah, the judge probably was not entertained by that and took offense to it. Listen, the fact that she even mentioned this girl's name, it wasn't her day in court, but the fact that she said, I'm not a Chrisean fan, a Chrisean rock fan, that says a lot. It's like you took, because this all goes, how they record everything and on the record, off the record. She went on record to let that court stenographer know, I don't give a damn about Chrisean. Chrisean has no bearing on this case, and I'm not amused. Because she could have kept that to herself. It's like, Chrisean, you have taught yourself and probably, and another thing about judges, well, in my particular case, let me tell you, when you piss a judge off, they're human. If you start saying the wrong thing and you get off on the wrong foot, because when how when they take the court minutes and stuff, and you get to read it later, you get your transcript and stuff, get off on the wrong foot, and every time you come back, you've already kind of they're supposed to be neutral, and but they're human, and say the wrong ish and try to play them and see don't they have it out for you. I'm telling you, I know for a fact they do. They remember stuff, and they will get you. They don't like for you to think you can outsmart them and outwit them. They don't like you to do that. And I'm going to just share this with you guys. My daughter's dad, he represented himself. I got an attorney. Like I said, I was a litigation secretary. So I knew you don't go into court thinking you're going to represent yourself. It's too many intricacies and things with the law that you need somebody who knows the law. So he represented himself. He gonna try to get smart with the judge a couple times. So he made some procedural errors following his own documents because his girlfriend told him what to do. I call him Shrek and Fiona. So she done convinced him to file some BS, right? The judge didn't like it. She was like, it's a waste of my time. Because they get mad. Wait, hold on one second. Because what happens is when people misfile documents and then the judge got to go through it, then you got to come back to court and all this stuff. It takes up the court's time. So he gonna say something like, well, I filed this on my own. I didn't know what I was doing. And she was like, exactly. And you messing up your time has no bearing on mine. So denied. He wanted something. And she might have been a little bit kinder, but see, they go in there thinking like, so he gonna plead, well, I didn't know. Well, no, that's why you should have had an attorney. That's why you should have had somebody represent you. Backfired. I mean, so many little things backfired, because it's like, don't try to get over on me about, oh, now you didn't know. Well, you done filed all these other documents, but when something don't go your way or something, oh, now you don't know. No, okay, I'm gonna help you. Denied. So that was kind of funny. That's one little experience I had. I can't believe they let total strangers change. I know, but wait a minute, Autumn's mom. The one lady, Kiki, she was on today, or I saw a video today with her and Donat, and she actually says that she's an associate of Chrisean's, I think, from the football team or something. So she knew Chrisean. So it wasn't like she was a total stranger, but she wasn't a total stranger. So it sounds like Chrisean knew her. But the other lady that went into the bathroom, she allegedly went in there to kind of help her open the door because the young lady who was changing the diaper was on crutches. And I thought that was crazy. Like, how do you change it? Like, handling a baby and all of it, especially if the baby, they're saying that he had pooped and stuff. Oh, Lord. I mean, I didn't like changing my own in certain situations. So, yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, but it sounds like they're clarifying the fact that she did know. She wasn't a total stranger, you know. She was a stranger to people that didn't know, but apparently Chrisean knows her, and I think Papa Blue knew her as well. She was letting Blueface know that's your baby, not mine. Okay, exactly. I mean, yeah. Lulu World says one of the women that was changing him said she came to court with, yes, that's what her and Denat were like. Yes, I saw them live this after. Girl, did you see the live, Lulu? Child, they was kind of going back and forth. And she was like, just because you don't know don't mean I'm not a stranger because you don't know me. Yeah, she was kind of standing her ground. And I understand what Denat was saying, that even if she knew Chrisean, that, just having the baby be handled by different people, I get that, but that's kind of how Chrisean has set her life up. Now, and I'm sure for a lot of mothers, just a little bit wiser than Chrisean, yeah, you wouldn't want your baby handled and passed around with a lot of different people. That's just not something we would do, especially in bathrooms and babies. And they said this baby has the hernia. I don't know if it's healed or whatever. I had done some research online about hernias, and medically, like, do they need multiple treatments? And it said no, that once you get the surgery they should be fine. But has he been going back to his regular appointments? It's just so much about it is wrong. His diaper being changed, they said that Blueface dad had to run to the car to get the diapers. So if you didn't have the diapers, did you not have his water or milk, or like his food? Like, it's draining. And I say this because, not passing judgment on that, but I've seen this kind of just dysfunctional ish in my own family. I have no siblings, just so y'all know, but I'm talking about cousins and stuff. I've seen it before, and I see how the kids grow up, and I see how it creates generational mental illness, crime, just all sorts of bad things. And it looks like this baby is just being set up for failure already, unless somebody can come in and intervene. God is a miracle worker, but it's just all bad. It's sad. Um, Karen says, Lulu, yep, I caught that fist bump. I think her name is Kiki. Yes, the one with the broken foot. Yes, her name is Kiki. So was she on the football team with her or something like that? Because I think that's what somebody has said. And she had also said that, Papa Blue knew her. So, I don't know. And then also they said that when Marsh came, Kiki, they said that Marsh was just kind of looking at the other girl, like she didn't know her, but she knew Kiki. So I don't know. Because y'all, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Kiki, didn't Marsh play on the football team too? Wasn't Marsh on the team? And is she still on the team? But y'all, it's some, okay. All of this is allegedly, and fair use, because somebody even said that Marsh didn't have her own child. Or does she have more than one? I don't know. So you taking care of Chrisean's child when you may not even have custody of your own? Oh my God. Autumn's mom says, thank you for letting me know that part, because that was really bothering me. Yeah, no, the young lady does know Chrisean. But again, like, I don't care how, people, like, even people in my own family, it's some people I could know you all my life, and I still would not want you in the bathroom by my child without, what I'm saying? It's all just so crazy. Okay, Lulu says, yes, I sure did. They were at it until Donat. Yes. Yeah, Donat, he just clicked off because I think she was getting smart. She was getting mad, though, because there was some comments made about CPS, because I believe he said something to the effect of that woman could be taking pictures for CPS or something like that. And that's what kind of ticked her off, too, because I think she was like, no, that wasn't the case. But okay, y'all. Okay, jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts about this. She was on FaceTime with some guy while she was changing the diaper. Why? The hell? What was that all about? Why was she on FaceTime with somebody? What that I still didn't understand that. I'm like, for the huh? If you changing the child's diaper, if you claiming you kind of having a difficult time opening doors, changing the diaper because you on crutches, what does the FaceTime do? That was odd to me. Yeah, no, that what? Why are you on FaceTime? Because I mean, hopefully the baby's body wasn't on the FaceTime, but what was the point? If you in there to get the job done, get this baby out of a itty diaper, why are you on FaceTime? It's crazy. CS, did you see the photo of Junior that's circling there? What photo? No, what photo? The one with him in the stroller with his feet? I did see something. He was in the stroller at the courthouse. I never saw the one with the hernia. I heard about it, but I'm probably glad I didn't see it. I'm, curiosity. I be curious. I want to, if somebody talk about it, it's like, I want to see, I just want to know. I want to know, but I think I'm glad I didn't see it because from what I heard, it was pretty graphic. Lulu says, yes, she says she got injured while playing. Okay. So she was on the football team. Karen says, yes, she's a teammate. Yes, Marsh was playing on the team. Okay. That's what I thought. Looks suspicious to me. Wait, what looks suspicious? All the listen, I'm not trying to be funny because like I said, I got a dysfunctional side of my family and they weird. This woman told me, you will be surprised. She said your family, some of the people in your family was like when they was growing up, not me, these are like the generation before me. She said it was like the Addams family on the block. And I could imagine it was like, y'all ever seen these people? Like, it's always a family that's so freaking weird. Unfortunately, because nobody celebrates stuff like that. It's really sad because, kids be involved. But you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Listen, I know weirdos. Got some in my family. Karen, what picture are y'all talking about? What picture? Can y'all tell me? Well, I ain't going to show it here, but I want to see it. What picture? No, there's one when Papa Blue was holding it. No, I didn't see it. What was he doing? Was he the one thing I did notice again, I did not like, he was in the stroller with no shoes on. Why is baby not fully clothed? Like, is that what they do now? I don't know. Because in our day, your kids had shoes, even I would say around 5 months, we just had little soft shoes or something, just so that they would be fully clothed when they're going out of the house, especially like in a courtroom, not that he can, I mean, I know that he probably can't walk. I haven't heard that he can walk, but usually the kids have shoes on, right? Little booties, little something, or socks. The picture that I saw, he didn't even have socks on. That's what I just, yes, socks, little booties, right? It's like she's so busy trying to get there for Blueface, you don't give a damn. You know what I mean? And it was just don't start. It was just sad to hear that when they said this about the diaper, it just made me think of all the other things that weren't being done for this baby. Why is he even at court for what? I know that she took him the last time and maybe Blue saw him, but Blueface wasn't even trying to see the baby when he was out. So why you got to take this baby to court? Like, I don't get that. Let the baby be at home, be resting, playing with his toys. He don't have to be drugged up and down the court. That ain't no place for no kid. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yikes. Autumn's mom says, my baby has shoes to make. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be funny because people be like, oh, that's an elitist. No, but I mean, that's what we do. When you have your firstborn too, he's not a newborn anymore, but he's not even one. The hair be done, the little outfits, the bibs be matching the shoes, everything. It's just like, but it's almost like Chrisean is just dragging this baby up. I'm gonna say that. I've seen this before. I know how this story ends. I have a cousin, I talk about it sometimes, who ended up unalived. And it mainly was because of her mother's, of course, the father bears responsibility, but her mom had mental problems, and just the way she was raised. Sometimes I think about it, and I was just crying the other day because I remember when I was about, I was a few years older than her, maybe 3 or 4 years older than her. And so my mom would always have to go in because it was my mom's younger sister, right? I hope she don't ever hear this. She's still alive and she crazy though, but I don't know. So my mom was the same one, and it was her baby sister. And she knew that she didn't need to have a baby because she was not schizophrenic, but bipolar, mental, whatever. And I remember when she was about 3 or 4 one day, somehow we got a call because I was a kid. I was probably only about 7 or 8 myself. And I remember my mom, we made it into her apartment because she would have those depressions where she wouldn't come out of the house for months, which meant my little cousin wouldn't go to school or, wouldn't be taken care of and stuff. And so I remember one time we went in there and she was sitting on the floor, my little cousin, she was about 3, and she hadn't eaten in days. And her mom had been in the bed, didn't even get out. I don't even remember how we got into the house. Maybe the police had got us in. She was sitting in the middle of the floor with, damn y'all, this always almost brings me to tears. She was sitting in the middle of the floor with spaghetti. You guys know spaghetti noodles, the ones that spaghetti, you boil it to make spaghetti. She had found some dry noodles. I don't know if her mom had dumped them on the floor for her, but was sitting in the noodles, kind of biting the noodles. She was only about 3. And I just remember at that age, it broke my heart. I knew it was wrong, and I remember crying. That will be seared in my brain forever. So when I see Chrisean with this type of behavior, I already know how these apathetic mothers are. These people, her fans be talking about, oh, she loves her kid. She may love her kid. That's not the question. It's just, does she have the capacity to raise this kid? Does she have the capacity to do what's required to take care of this kid? Love is not enough. You know what I'm saying? So that was me. I digress. But so Lulu says, I saw the pic morning TTV. Which pic? Okay, wait. Are you talking about the pic of Papa Blue holding him? Lulu, thank you. Smash the like button, please, and thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry for heartbreak. No, it's fine. It's been 20 years now. She's gone. She was unalived. We found her. They found her in a hotel. And her whole life was tragic. You know what I'm saying? But it's because of stuff like this. It's y'all. I thank you guys for the prayers. My family, we've moved past it. But when I see a Chrisean, I see this. How are you raising this kid? What kind of life are you about to provide for this baby boy? That's what I'm seeing. That's why it hurts me so much. And that's why I have so much empathy for young ladies like her, because it's like you're bringing another person into this world that you might screw up, who's going to end up some way. Hopefully they can overcome it, but most times they can't, And thank you, Autumn. I appreciate it. Thank you. You probably heard me talk about it before because it's always in my mind. It will never leave me. It was the most tragic thing that happened to me. Thank you, Lulu. I appreciate you guys. But you know what? Thank you for the prayers. But let's give them to Chrisean, and not so much for her, but for the baby. Because it's a child that's got a whole rest of their life to live. What's gonna happen to him? And just talking about Blueface, they've also said that Ronnie, that there's somebody else who could be the father. I don't think any of these men are going to be rushing to be responsible. Even when you have husbands that are these women, it be sometimes hard to make them be daddies, right? So who is going to step up and take care of this baby? Carlissa is coming online talking a lot of ish, but I don't really think that she's talking about her grandparents' rights and stuff. Child, I don't think Carlissa is really going to spend the money to be a part of that child's life. If that kid does not provide some views and some likes. I don't see it. Yes, Junior is finally about to get the help. I hope so, Karen. Like, I mean, okay, so that's another thing. Hold on one second, y'all. I got a cough. Marsh has the baby. So what's going to happen if Marsh has the baby? She legally is a legal stranger, right? So she can't do nothing. What I did find is that Chrisean can, let me see if I can find it, because I looked up some stuff to see. Let's see. I looked up some stuff to find out what can happen. Okay, I probably can't find it so quickly, but what I did find is what she can. Oh, here you go. Let me share this with you guys. So I was trying to find out for California, like what rights could Marsh have, because she's not a relative of Chrisean. So what I found is that the mother can grant temporary custody. Okay, this says under Texas law, but in California, the mother can grant a guardianship authorization affidavit. So it says it gives a relative permission to make decisions about the child's education and medical care, or a non-relative permission to make decisions about education and school-related medical care. So what I'm thinking at this point, okay, wait. Karen says, yes, Junior is finally about to get the help he needs. And Lulu says, say it again, Karen, say it again. Yes, hopefully he does. But come on, y'all. Come on, Lulu. Come on, Karen. Y'all know if this baby is with Marsh, what the hell she gonna do? They said this girl got her baby taken. So in order for this baby to get the help and care that he needs, it's gonna have to be I think the courts or CPS or somebody's gonna have to step in. I really do. It's gonna have to be somebody mature, somebody who's not just trying to seek some kind of, publicity for their YouTube channel, or because Carlissa got she got that streaming show or whatever she got. Like, everybody got something to gain. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be somebody impartial, who don't give a damn about all of this other stuff, who really has a heart to take care of a kid. Other than that, if he stays in the custody of Marsh and the friends and all of these people, they're not going to help him. What they going to do? At Lulu, God and Karma are here. Yes, I mean, now y'all saying, y'all speaking my language. I know God can intervene. Maybe this is the intervention that was required. Maybe God has taken both of these clowns. I'm gonna say clowns because it's a baby, and I know they can mature and change. But maybe God has said, yes, it's enough is enough. We're gonna put you in a situation where you get the proper care. Hopefully, that's what's gonna happen. Karen says, yes, CPS is outside with Karma. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like, so here's the thing. If Marsh has the baby now, so we know that Chrisean, because it is her baby, she can provide guardianship to somebody else. But here's the other caveat. I think I read this. If CPS gets involved, they might deem her unfit. And I'm not saying that, not because she was arrested and all of that stuff, but if his medical things haven't been taken care of, and they see that there have been some things that she's been lacking on, they may not even give her the right to say who the guardian should be. They may, and I don't know how that part works. I don't know. I'm kind of speculating here, but I feel like they may take it upon themselves to find somebody to take care of him, until Chrisean could go, and Blueface, or, well, whomever they deem to be the next to kin, until they can take their parenting classes. Because in California, when you go through custody and stuff like that, anytime you enter the system, you could be the best parent ever, but a lot of times you're going to at least have to take 6 weeks of parenting classes, because they want to know that if we put this kid with you, or whatever your situation is, we have given you some training. You cannot act like you don't know what being a decent parent is. Not a good parent, but a decent parent is, right? So Autumn's mom says, I don't see Marsh taking care of the baby any. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm not. You said, I don't see Marsh taking care of the baby longer than the weekend. That girl is young and is not going to put her life on. Exactly. Not if she didn't put it on for her own. And if they took her kid. So Autumn's mom, now here comes the next question. If Marsh is only going to have the baby till what, Friday? Are we going Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Where's the baby going next? And I'm not laughing because it's not a laughing matter, but I'm laughing the way you said it. You don't see her having the baby longer than the weekend. Like basically she ain't that, Karen is saying facts. So who's going to have the baby next? Where the baby going to go? Because Papa Blue said, I'm not taking no kid. Not me. Papa Blue got this young chick he dealing with. And now he got the house to himself. Y'all, he gets to go back to the pimp house, to the pimp mode, to the pimp house without Chrisean. Oh my goodness. I feel the same way too. He needs to go into foster care, someone who will love and nurture him the way he deserves. That's what I feel like. I mean, of course, she should be reunited with her child, but I feel like there needs to be some heavy monitoring and a caseworker. Y'all know how many cases we see with these kids being not taken care of and end up unalived. And the caseworkers, oh yeah, I came to the house and the parents told me the baby was good and I left. I feel like if you're a caseworker and you have, you're supposed to be making sure these kids are safe. I feel like it should be some criminal charges against you if you don't do your due diligence and take care of these kids. You shouldn't have a job doing that if you're not going to give it 1,000%. You really shouldn't. It's too many other things you can do. If you are not going to ensure that these kids are not being abused, because you know what they do? They come to the house. Are you okay? The parents are right there. What the hell the kid going to say? No, they're beating me. And when you leave, unless you take me now, they're going to be, come on. Man. Autumn's mom says, plus with both parents in jail, there's no one to give her money for it. Exactly. So, because it's not, at this point, it's not Blueface's responsibility. As far as we know, he's not on child support. So there's no money coming from him with regard to Junior, or at least he's not entitled to have to pay anything, right? So yeah, where's the money going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? And you're right, because his mom said CPS, because to be a foster parent or to even take care of a kid, you would want to pay something. Me and my daughter are going to Barcelona for about a week, and the neighbor's going to be taking, got to pay for it. I'll be out of a few $100s because he got to come and, dog sit. So that's my dog. That's my dog. Okay. So what do you think about a child that needs food and clothing and stuff? I mean, come on. This is all bad. I said what I said. CPS is outside with karma. I'm with you, girl. Karen says CPS is outside with karma. Yes. Hopefully there will be some changes, I'm really waiting to see what Carlissa gonna do, because she been up here very mouthy, my grandson, and I wouldn't do a dog like that, and I would do it for anyone. So let's see if she gonna put her money where her mouth is. I don't think so, but I'm really curious to see. And what about Jaden? Nobody's talking about Jaden, although again, she has no legal claim because Blueface we haven't established him as the daddy yet. So Lulu says she get him back once she becomes responsible enough to take care. Yeah, she will. I mean, they always want to see the child with the mother, but she just needs to be responsible though. She needs some classes. There's a lot of things. Remember when she was in Walmart and she had the baby's neck flailing? Like, there's just a lot of things. See, I'm an only child. I didn't have siblings, and I wasn't around babies. I have no sisters, and my family, like I said, was crazy. So for the most part, I wasn't around when my mom, we just was really trying to survive the lunacy that our family had. So I wasn't around babies. So I really didn't know how kids were taken care of. I wasn't. I was the only child, very isolated. So when I became a mother, some things that people would think, I think it's innate because you love your child and you do the things that you're supposed to do. But there were things that, I really just didn't know, like hair combing. And y'all probably say hair combing. Well, hell, you just comb the hair. But like up in a family where, the girls are doing the little twigs and all of that. Like, it's just like, it's just not something you think about. It's not that my kid was neglected. She just wore natural hair. I just wasn't putting all them little piglets and stuff like that. I didn't do that. But what I'm saying is just some things you just really don't know. But I knew to hold the baby's head. Like when you go in after you give birth, they show you like you go to your classes. Like, I don't know, are they Lamaze classes or whatever? See, that's the thing. I don't know if she went through any of those things. They kind of teach you the basics, like how to care for the baby so you don't hurt the baby. But just, some things, like if you don't grow up in a family with a lot of girls and a lot of babies, you have to learn very quickly. And if you want to be a good mother, you learn very quickly. You ask questions, you look around, you pay attention, and common sense, So yeah, I wasn't trying to say like I was that irresponsible, but my point was mainly about her being at Walmart and the baby's head. Like, you just got the baby. No, that was crazy. Do you remember? You stopped me in my tracks because, of course, I remember that with the mother was so badly, and it's not too many people who know. I probably don't say the name right. Hedda Nussbaum. I do remember, and so shout out to you because I know not a lot of people know that case. The mother, the little girl, and the father, and I believe the little girl was unalived. And I remember the mother never said anything because he had abused her so bad. But yes, I do, because I remember crying about that case. I do. That was a horrible case. The little girl was about 5, right? Autumn's mom. And she was severely abused. Ugh. And the father, the mother was, she was messed up too. But I don't recall the caseworkers, but I know it was severe neglect, and I know they handled that case horribly. I remember. I sure do. Carla saying, I know. I don't think so either. Only for the cameras, and that she was only there for the cameras. And that's another thing. Once she saw that it was going left, that camera stuff should have been out the window, because you claim. Remember how she was running over there? I want to see my grandson, and if I don't get to see him. And in this situation, it shouldn't have been about you don't get to see your grandson. It should have been about you trying to protect this child. Am I right? See how selfish people are? You fronting up, you bring the camera crew to see your grandson, but when it's not convenient for you, and now the grandson the quote unquote, because we don't know if it's really her grandson, but just the baby that you claimed you had some affiliation with, all of a sudden, I ain't doing nothing. And I know it's a double-edged sword, because some people were saying she shouldn't have touched the baby. Chrisean wouldn't want her touching the baby anyway. It's a lot, but I'm gonna tell you what. If Chrisean had common sense and my baby was in dire straits like that, I wouldn't have had a problem with Carlissa taking care of my baby. Because at that point, I don't think Carlissa would hurt the baby. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. I think it said hide the person, and I wasn't trying to do that. What the hell? I apologize if I hit somebody, because I wasn't trying to do that. Karen says, run it, Autumn. And she says, facts, Lulu, 100, 100. And Autumn says, Nasabum shot to national infamy in 1987 when she was charged. Oh, okay. She was charged along with her living partner. Yes, Joel Steinberg, in the unaliving of their illegally adopted daughter, Lisa, age 6. Okay, so you remember more details than I remember. I just remember, first of all, wait a minute. She charged along with her living partner. Illegally adopted? I don't remember her being illegally adopted. Okay, I thought it was their kid. I remember I remember the case. What I remember is that, but wasn't she pardoned or something? Because remember, there's a picture of her face so badly beat up that they felt that she had Stockholm's or something and that she couldn't get away. I feel like from what I remember, you probably maybe you remember better than me, but I thought that they felt like he abused her to the point that she just went along with it. And that she wasn't guilty like he was, but she was like an unwilling participant. That's what I remember. Like, I could be wrong. Okay, you say yes. Lacey C says, what y'all talking about? We are over here talking about Chrisean. We talked about Jeezy and Jeannie Mai and how their divorce is final. But mainly we talking about Blueface and the fact that we don't think he's gonna step up and try to get custody if he gets out before Chrisean. And it also looks like Chrisean is going to be sent to Oklahoma. It looks like there's some movement on her on the dockets in California and Oklahoma, showing that they're talking and preparing to probably extradite her. I hope I said that right, you guys. So that's what we're talking about. Karen says, no classes, no prenatal. Yeah, was totally ignorant even during pregnancy tests at hospital and later asking how soon she could. No, Nathan, baby. Nathan. Ain't that sad? But that's sad, though. That's really sad because in California, we have they have clinics all around. All of this is free. But here again, we're talking about a woman who professes to be, I'm rich. You see what I'm saying? See where the value is placed? It's no way in hell I would be worried about flossing in a Rolls Royce truck if I'm about to give birth to a baby and I want my kid to be good. I don't give a damn about this truck because this is my child. This truck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the values were so displaced. Yeah, no prenatal classes. I remember one scene on Zeus. Was it For the Love of Blue? I don't know which show it was, but I think it was the show with her and Blueface. Do you guys remember when she went into that hot tub and she was saying she wanted to unalive the baby? And I believe she had been drinking Hennessy. It was just so like, oh my God, like you're not ready for this. Why did you do it? Now, see, I only found out about this girl through my daughter because when my daughter first started talking about her, I think she was like a freshman or sophomore in college. And I never will forget, she came and said, Mommy, do you know about this? I forget what we were talking about. And she was like, this girl, Chrisean, she is so in love with Blueface. This guy, Blueface, he was a rapper. I didn't really know much about it. She was like, if he ever leaves her, she said she's going to unalive him. And I'm like, okay, girl. But my daughter at the time was like 19 or 20, and she was so impressionable. And all the college girls, because they were the big thing, it was like she wrote the words in blood and stuff. And so all the girls was like, she's going to get him. I mean, it was just like the talk at the time. Like, this was big news, Bonnie and Clyde. And if he leaves her, and look, 4 years later, look at this mess. It's really pathetic. And not only then, back then it was just the young people, but it's like, I don't care what age range, from very young to the mature women, we all know about this couple. So toxic. Like, this is not love. So Lulu says, CR Lacey, Chrisean Rock, Reckless Karen. Lulu says those things weren't important to her, Karen. Yeah, but you would think that the people around her, she has sisters. I mean, in her show, she had gone home. Mommy had gone. See, that's another thing. Autumn's mom. Wait. Oh, no. Lulu, this one was saying those things weren't important to her. But wait a minute. It was important to go get these fake DNA tests with the cameras rolling. You see what I'm saying? When all her family was going to the clinic, why weren't you guys making sure this girl was doing the things that she needed to do for that baby, for her mental health. You see what I'm saying? When it was good for the cameras and we're doing photo ops, it's all giggles, shits and giggles, but nothing is in reality. You know what I mean? Who gives a damn about a DNA test? No, you need to be getting tested for chromosomes and making sure the baby is okay, because allegedly you've been drinking. Like, what? Come on. She was yes, that's what I remember. So I thought that she was not charged because they thought that he forced her to do it, but I could be wrong. Karen, I was saying Chrisean Rock was reckless. Absolutely. Still, yes, absolutely. Yes, Lulu, my bad for not replying. You're 1,000% correct. This will go down in history. I know this is one of the worst cases I've seen. I've seen some pretty bad things, like in real time, just people around me, and being in a metropolis, a city, urban area. We see this all the time. That's why it was amazing to me that people were saying, oh, once she has the baby, she's going to change. Huh? Babies don't change people. You have to want to change. Like having a baby, if you got mental issues and stuff, the baby don't change that. If you make poor decisions, the baby don't fix that. Now, some mothers, a lot of mothers, once we become mothers, we step up. But I wasn't getting that from Chrisean. Not if she was drinking and doing all the things allegedly while she was still pregnant. How was the baby gonna change her? If the pregnancy didn't change her, how the having a baby gonna change her? You know what I'm saying? Oh, when she has the baby, the baby, is she gonna be, huh? And from what I'm seeing, she just spiraled downward. The baby ain't changed nothing. I mean, the baby has not changed anything. Okay, this downfall will go down in history. She didn't keep any seasoned people with experience. Exactly. I mean, I know. Y'all, I'm gonna say this, then we've been on here for an hour and 42 minutes. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Have a wonderful tomorrow. Happy right before Friday day. Do you guys remember her mother on her show with Blueface, For the Love of Blue or whatever? Crazy in Love, that's what it was called. Her mother was telling her, after all the things that Blueface had done to her, snatching out her hair, the teeth. Well, I don't think he did the teeth, but snatched her hair out. We know that. All of the toxicity, the fighting, and all of that stuff. Remember, her mom told her in one scene, he loves you. He can see something in you. And I was thinking, ma'am, no, don't tell her that. Because even though her mom has an addiction and all this stuff, allegedly, that's still her mother. So she, they talk about God and she listens to her mother. But I was saying, if this man had treated my daughter a tenth of the things that this man did, you wouldn't tell her to stay with him. I understand, because by this time she's already a celebrity. You got to find another way. We could figure this out. This man has disrespected you. He has put his hands on you. And her mother was saying he sees something in you. I was like, I don't give a damn what he's seeing her. He ain't treating her like what he's seeing her is a punching bag at this point. I was just floored. Like, her mom was making her think that this is love. Like, this is struggle love, toxic love. It's okay. This is what it is. And I remember one time Chrisean was doing an interview, which I thought was pretty telling as well. She said, my dad didn't cheat. He just used to beat my mom up. I was like, she said, but they loved each other. And I was like, he didn't cheat, but he will be. Like, I would prefer a little cheating than to get slapped upside my head. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. But it was weird. It's like this poor girl has had no clear direction. That's right. She did it. I don't think she did either. I think it was to spite Jaden and to always have a connection to Blueface. And y'all ladies, we all know, a baby don't keep no man, right? He showed on. I mean, if nothing else, that will be the first thing that will make him run somewhere else if he really don't want to be there. Because while you struggling and taking care of this baby and he don't want to hear about it, he ain't really that into it. He's gonna be in the arms of somebody else. Autumn's mom, since you remember you remember the Steinberg case. I don't know if you were. My mom used to play this song. Let me know if any of you guys remember. The angel in your arms this morning. It's gonna be the devil in someone else's arms tonight. I remember my mother used to play that forever. So basically, what I'm saying is these men, listen, and that was from a female perspective, but these men will be with you for 1 minute and they're gonna be off with the next female. If they having a baby, it's not going to do it. Um, she wasn't charged. He was charged and was found guilty of unaliving and sentenced to 25 years in jail. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think, okay, I knew it was something. Lulu says, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you. Facts, Lulu. Facts, celebrity scandalous. She's her, I know. Girl, remember she said she wanted to have 12 kids? It was like you ain't even taking care of the one that you have. My God. Now, in this modern day, husbands leave their wives. Wait, now in this modern day, husbands leave their wives. Which, who you telling? All the time, all day, every day, okay? All day, every day. Lulu's not. Yes, this is sad for Junior, in my opinion. Doesn't matter, but I feel he should go with someone who knows how to deal with it. Yeah, I agree with you, SL. Yeah, but if CPS gets involved, then they will probably, if they find another family or something, and maybe it could be somebody, in her family. I know some people were talking about her godparents. Some people were saying that they were well off, although money don't always mean everything. But they raised her, or I remember that allegedly they took care of her for some point. So maybe they can find some people who know her so that she could still be closely involved or something. But I agree with you. It should be somebody who knows how to deal with children with special needs, and hopefully somebody who really wants to be a parent and loving to a child. Because, just to be honest, kids with special needs require a lot, so you really have to be patient. And when you're talking about fostering and foster homes, these kids get abused a lot, right? So I mean, honestly, I hope Chrisean get her act together. But I pray for Junior. It just, I don't even like to think about it, because it's just like he's so helpless right now. He's so vulnerable. What does the future hold for him? And I guess all we can do is rely on God. Karen says karma's gonna step in. That's what Karen says. So I'm gonna go with what Karen has said. Thanks for the entertainment and acknowledging my Of course. No, thank you for coming, y'all. And I don't want to ask nobody to be mine, because I usually don't mind for people, because it's a responsibility. But anybody is interested, and I don't need a lot, and you don't have to do it all the time, because right now my comments are small, but in the future, and I don't even know how to do it. But if somebody is interested, because I know some of you guys probably mind for other people, so I don't want to ask you, I know you got other responsibilities. But if you are interested, hit me up on my Instagram, which is TEE, and just let me know in the comments, or shoot me something, because I'm only gonna have 1 or 2 people. I want to stay small right now, because I know it gets to be messy up in the DMs, right? But and no pressure, because I usually don't like to mind for people, because I feel like it's a lot. But hopefully, as my channel grows, this is the one thing I will say. When my channel starts to grow, if it does, if it don't, hell, I still got a 9 to 5. I would like to be able to pay 1 or 2 mods or something. And that, honestly, that won't be for probably another couple of months, just depending on how the monetization goes. And it won't be a lot, but just to show my appreciation. So if anybody's interested, or if you know somebody, TLGG, and it's also on my page. So you can hit me up on the Instagram, or even if you know like a college girl or something, somebody young, and I'm not an ageist, listen, because I'm, but I'm saying like somebody, just want to do a little something in the evenings and they just need a little extra change or something, let me know. Tell them to reach out to me. I appreciate it. All right, Adam's mom, thank you for coming. It's TEELGG. Yes, TEELGG. It's on my YouTube channel. It should be, there's a link to the Instagram. Let me put it in here. What am I thinking? Okay, TEE. It's either this or it's Celebrity Scandalous on IG. Celebrity Scandalist. Okay. Let me put it up here. All right, y'all have a good, dang, y'all stay with me for 2 hours. That's so sweet. Thank you guys. I don't even know how to put hearts in here, but I want to put some hearts in here. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'm on day 2 of my 32-day challenge. I got to share with you guys my calendar. I've been giving myself stickers, like, you know how when you was in grammar school and the teacher gave you stickers? Y'all, I got a calendar and I give myself a sticker every day. So I've been doing stickers for my YouTube. Now I'm about to get myself stickers for my weight loss because I done gained 10 pounds. So I got to lose some weight. So anyway, love you guys. Have a good evening and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.